Hey, it's Matt with Midwest Guns and Gear, and I've got a rifle we're going to talk about today that is a very underrated rifle and has a very insane history behind it. And that is the French MAS 4956. Now these back in the late 80s, early 90s, these started popping up a lot. They were being imported in. Originally they were chambered in 7.5 caliber, although this one, like many of them that came in, were rechambered for 308, and a very comfortable rifle to shoot, very accurate. And I was looking at the history of these, and the history on these is really insane. It started out as the MAS 36, which was a bolt-action rifle the French used in World War I and at the beginning of World War II. And like many countries at the time, they were wanting to change over to a semi-auto, and they started developing that back in 1909. And before the Germans invaded the French, they were working on one, and it was the MAS 40, I believe, was a designation. And it looked very much like the MAS 36. So even during the German occupation in World War II, in the factories, the French were developing this rifle, and the Germans didn't even know it because it looked so much like the bolt-action MAS 36, they never caught on. So after the liberation at the end of the war, they started development. There were a couple different variants. There was a MAS 40, the MAS 44, the MAS 49, and this one, the MAS 4956. I think there were some others in there as well. And these were developed. They were given to the French. They were used in the Indochinese War that the French had. They also, several of them were made for the country of Syria. I think there was like 12,000 that were sent over to Syria. And these were most notably, where you would see them the most, would have been in Vietnam, when the French were in Vietnam before everybody else, joined in, and it became the Vietnam War that we know. But the French Marines, the French Foreign Legion, and the other troop, this was the main rifle that they were carrying at the time. And very reliable weapon. These were said to function flawlessly, being cleaned with just used motor oil and rags, and they would, not jam, not have any issues. And this one, I've had it for a long time. It's never given me any issues whatsoever. I have read online a lot of people complain about the 308 conversion, that a lot of them didn't cycle right, didn't function right. I've never had an issue with this. It's been great. Now, the MAS 4956, it's got a really strange white bolt handle on it. A 10-round magazine that has a little clip to hold it in, or a little, I guess you would call that a clip that holds a magazine. So I guess this is a magazine with a clip that locks it in place. There were some 20-round magazines available for these back originally when I had bought this. They were a little expensive. I haven't seen any in a while. There was also a scope mount, even a night vision scope mount that was available for these. But again, they were almost as much as the rifle was at the time, so I never ended up picking one up. Same with bayonets. These do have a grenade launcher that was built into the rifle. Some of your older stuff from the 50s and 60s, you will see that, and this is adjustable for where you would put a grenade on here to launch them off. It doesn't affect the rifle, shooting anything on it whatsoever. But, all in all, this has been a fun rifle. I've always considered this an underrated rifle, very much like an M14, M1A, or FAL type rifle. And they're accurate. So we're going to take this on down to the range, and we're going to pop off a couple shots with it, so join us. All right, so we're down at the range. Got the mass 4956. I've got 7 rounds in the magazine. Again, like I said, this magazine's a little weird. You have the little clip on the side of the magazine where you put it in and it kind of locks in. And we're fairly close to the targets out here. I'm doing a couple of different videos, and I've got a couple of handguns. So I'm a little closer than I'd normally get with a rifle, but you know what, it'll kind of give you the gist of it. And there you have it. The mass 4956, chambered in 308 NATO or 7.62 by 5.1, whichever you want to call it. A little difference actually in the cartridges, just in the pressures, but not a whole lot, but this will shoot either one of them. So, it's Matt with Midwest Guns and Gear. If you enjoy the videos, please consider giving us a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. If you got other buddies that are into firearms, sharing it with them. It's all appreciated and it helps the channel grow. Till next time, have a great day.